within like the dating in New York and like that scene and stuff, I mean, like throughout your experience, what has your experience been? Like, what's your takeaway? Like, like on love, or like, would you consider yourself a romantic?
I was always a romantic. Absolutely.
Was?
Yeah. And now I just know too much.
Interesting.
I mean, you just have to read anything culturally
feel like
speaking about romantic love and the history of it and how limiting it is. I'm not saying you can't be romantic and have great times, but, you know, to find one person who's going to be your everything, who you're just blown away by, and those relationships don't always work. And I mean, starting at a young, I just have always gotten burned. Pretty much every time I was in love with somebody, it ended badly and I got hurt. And so, you know, I remember like when I moved to Africa, I was like, I'm going to give love another chance because I met this person and it seemed like it was cosmically like meant to be and all this stuff. And then she ended up pulling the same bullshit that everybody else did. And it was just like, oh God, really? I opened up again to this thing. I thought maybe I could even marry this person. And then she just couldn't show up. She was unavailable on these important levels. She had 2 kids, which was a disaster. That made it really hard too. Mm-hmm. She was overwhelmed. I get it, all this stuff. But it was like for my birthday, this was the final thing. It's like we're supposed to fly to Durban and go beyond the Indian Ocean for my birthday. And then the night before, she hadn't even called me to say, she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't get the plane ticket. And I was like, she's like, I didn't have the money. I had to buy something for my daughter. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that 2 days ago? I would have bought the tickets. I should have bought them anyway, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like why? Like you would have gotten her there somehow.
Yeah. But then at this point, it's too late. Now she doesn't have childcare. So I was like, you completely ruined my birthday.
Yeah, that's a sign of like her life is the priority. She's not gonna sacrifice something to be there for you on an important day. But so that was like a more recent example of love just like burning you again.
Yeah,
so,
because if I was going to have that relationship, I would have to move to Cape Town where she lives, not even Johannesburg where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to have to be there helping her do everything, you know, managing her life. It would be about her life. And I'm not going to live in Cape Town. So
do you feel like you're like, so it sounds like you're kind of wounded by your understanding of love because of what you've seen. And like, that's sad, isn't it?
No, because wounded, it's like, that means it's permanently scarred or like I'm damaged goods. No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
And I could still fall in love again, and that would be really nice. But I don't see that as the most important thing.
That's important.
Right? It's like good partnership, right? Would be great. I would build a life with somebody.
That's important.
Yeah.
That's everything.
And not based on romance. I mean, you obviously have to be attracted to somebody, but you've got to have a lot of other things going on.
The partnership thing of moving in the same direction and feeling like you're building something versus like the initial like sparks and whatever, like that's everything. Because I think people get blinded by the idea of it has to be like passionate physical stuff, and then because that's gonna fade no matter what. It should be some of that.
Yeah, if the relationship can last long enough for it to fade.